Welcome to our tutorial, Standardizing of Electrical Equipment. My name is Jorge Olarte, and I am pleased to present to you not only why you should standardize your electrical equipment, but also some benefits behind this. Take please into account that this is the first of a series of videos that we will have for you, so stay tuned for more. How can standardization benefit your production? You see, no matter whether you are operator and produce product to be sold and consumed, or if you are an OEM that produces complete and functional machines, or even a panel builder that manufactures low voltage boards and control panels, or any other manufacturer, you can be always looking for solutions to be more effective in what you do. End users and OEMs always talk about the same type of equipment and sometimes go in different directions, different motivations, and different focus. So even though we talk about the same solution, each side has its own challenges and its own expectations. At the same time, we bring our technologies and technical innovations to machine builders to satisfy not only the operator's expectations and needs, but also to ensure that they stay competitive in the long run. The journey of standardization. This journey is actually a continuous evolving process that brings great benefits to all parts, operators, OEMs, and panel builders. You are always looking for cost-efficient solutions, and this is what standardization targets can bring to you. Let's talk about costs. At the end of the day, this is the root cause why we standardize. For that reason, we need to have a brief look at the total life cycle costs. These costs can be split apart from CapEx and OpEx. At the first glance, we see the product-related costs, the capital expenditures. This could be, for instance, the price tag for a piece of equipment or machines, basically the initial investment. The vast majority of life cycle costs, however, are production-related costs in the OpEx. These costs lie, in many cases, at first glance are also invisible and underneath the surface. Also, these costs will appear and become effective time after the equipment is designed, assembled, commissioned, and in operation. These costs remain as long as the equipment is in use. Based in our experience, the ratio in many cases roughly product-related cost is 30% versus 70% the production-related costs, so the operational expenditures. The target of standardization is to melt the iceberg of all costs, and the biggest optimization potential to reach out this target is underneath the surface. That means the production-related costs need to be addressed. Underneath the surface, there is also the biggest playground for standardization. I guess we are now all in the same page regarding the costs. So let's move on. Digitalization is a term which is widely used, and digitalization causes rapid changes which require a consequent response. I like to focus on the effects of digitalization and how those can be addressed. Here, some examples for current challenges on the market. Some are valid in general, some can be assigned to a particular challenges of electrical engineers. First of all, you need to stay compliant with directives and the needed standards. Challenges appears here with which standard to follow and the understanding of it, different ways to comply and solve the same issues, or even how to align those different perspectives and specific market and application requirements, sometimes additionally to the standards. Number 2, you need to stay efficient and also flexible. For sure, this support as well to stay competitive cost-wise in addition to shortness of time market, be able to expand and grow in an easier way, and adapt to changes in a fast way. Avoid or even plan maintenance stoppages. It's all about staying competitive. Number 3, functionality. Incorrect settings, malfunctions, and downtimes can be reduced and of course avoided by overcoming these challenges and of course also the quality requirements. And last but not least, documentation. This is a really important and needed topic, but it's a complex process and sometimes takes a lot of time or even sometimes you miss documentation expected for any other part of the process. In addition, we see a lot of new technologies and technology trend which need our attention as well, like IoT, big data, cybersecurity, among others. To overcome and master all of these challenges and new technology trends in a rapidly changing environment, we need to standardize. The possible variety of action fields for standardization is quite comprehensive. In other words, we need to clear focus when we want to start with standardization. Standardization of electrical equipment is very often underrated concerning the impact on the total life costs. This simplified chart shows the different possible categories for standardization action fields: IT, OT, and integration. Beyond this, there are cross-cutting standardization topics like versioning, test and simulation, even diagnosis and safety and security. We from Siemens advise the following: step-by-step progress, definition of clear action points, analysis of the action fields for standardization, and always have Siemens as an international experienced partner that helps you to overcome that upcoming tasks. We like to focus today on the category operation technology and, to be more precise, on the standardization of hardware and electrical equipment. You see, standardization causes effort and requires patience and, of course, discipline. Example for a process to initiate and create common mindset for this topic. Define and determine characteristics and interfaces. Develop the module and identify dependencies and responsibilities to elaborate the specifications. Transfer this to a practical and clarify what is needed, and release a customized specification for your needs. You may wonder, what is our motivation from Siemens side? The motivation basically for standardization is as diverse as the industries are. Everyone has his or her own strategies, needs, and challenges. To simplify matters, we roughly divide into operators and OEMs, as you see here. Often, there is a system integrator also in between. Both sides, as already mentioned, have different priorities and requirements. What do both sides want, and where does standardization help? Well, operators are constantly wanting to optimize production. Standardization helps with this. Uniform and standardized machine interfaces for quickly and easy integration put into the line or factory, like plug and produce. Uniform and intuitive operating concepts for all machines and systems in order to reduce the expenditure for schooling and training, but also to be able to use the personnel flexible for operation and maintenance, end-to-end and detailed diagnostics to reduce machine downtimes and further optimize operation. Standardized technologies and structures in the machines and systems in order to reduce effort for maintenance and for operation. At the end, again, education and training. Spare parts, inventory reduced to a minimum, and even machine builder wants even to remain faster in engineering and stay competitive in the future. The key point for standardization for them is modularization. Standardized modules help to speed up. Tested modules ensure short project runtimes, and even they support you to be more flexible through combined use of all machine applications. Simply integrate workflows with consistently high quality, for sure to ease the usage, understand the optimization and maintenance. We at Siemens know both sides fairly well and want to support you optimally and harmonize both sides. Means we act as mediators and help to understand the point of view and perspectives for the benefits of both operators and OEMs. We support the standardization and specification know-how for operators in order to support them ideally with the machine specification address to their OEMs or machine suppliers. Some benefits for operators I have already mentioned, but in constant with standardization with electrical equipment, 2 examples I want to focus on. The focus to have a lot of high availability and reliability in production. Downtimes need to be reduced to an absolute minimum. For this, you may think about analysis of short-circuit conditions, EMC zone concepts, or even robust cooling concept. Standardization helps to significantly reduce those risks of downtimes, and for sure, also, it improves the operation and predictive maintenance that you may have. Some of the benefits for the OEMs or machine builders are based in planning and engineering, but it's not the only competences that they have to work with. Standardization in electrical equipment and planning processes can have a significant impact on seamless engineering workflows, and of course, again, in costs. For instance, the reuse of proven state technology concept leads to a more efficient and avoids double work. Application of configuration and past engineering softwares also supports you, not only for ECAD tools, but of course, it's the basis for a seamless workflow in engineering. And again, concepts for technical documentation. And this leads eventually to time savings. You see, standardization is the driver and key element for a seamless workflow in engineering, and also supports compliant and safe design with norms and market requirements. For more information about this, please visit our webpage, siemens.com/controlpanel/standardization. You can easily also scan this QR code here. This is your digital entry point to valuable content such as white papers, webinars, application examples, manuals, and even our sample specification that we have developed. As mentioned already, this is the first of a series of videos about standardization for electrical equipment. Please stay tuned for more.